The water cycle. Water cycle, also known as hydrologic cycle. It is the process on how the water moves around the earth. The cycle starts from evaporation, where most of the water vapor usually came from the water surface of the earth. It's followed by condensation, where the clouds are being formed, and lastly the precipitation, where the rain started to fall down. These are the major cycle of the water, and some of the water vapor came from the trees, and it's being called as the transpiration. Let's begin with the evaporation. Most of the water vapor came from oceans, seas, rivers, and lakes. So what is water vapor? How did it happen? When the liquid state transforms into the gaseous state, or the water vapor, it happens when the sun hits the water surface of the earth. If the molecules of the water attain the sufficient heat energy, they eject themselves from the water surface and they started to evaporate. Next is condensation. It is the process where the water vapor changes back into liquid state. As the water vapor evaporates, it forms into clouds. Clouds are being formed when the water vapor reaches the high altitude and they begin to condense into water droplets. When these droplets are combined, they become a bigger droplets. And as the particles come close together, they form into clouds and fogs in the sky. After the clouds are condensed into a bigger water droplet, they will begin to fall down, in this process being called as the precipitation. This occurs because the air cannot hold anymore the water, and the temperature in the sky is very low, so that the water droplets lose their heat energy. So these water droplets will fall down as a rain. After the rain had fallen down back into the water surface and land of the earth, the transpiration happens. The water is absorbed by the soil, and the roots of the plants absorb the water and it pushed into toward the leaves. Through the heat energy coming from the sun, some of the water in the leaves are moving out. It enters in the very tiny openings of the leaves, or also called as the stomata as the water vapors, and it evaporates. The water cycle begins from evaporation. Usually came from oceans, seas, rivers, and lakes, while others came from the plants, which is transpiration happens. As the water vapor rises through the heat of the sun, the water droplets are being formed and it became into a cloud. As the water droplets combine together into bigger droplets, they will begin to fall, because they had lost their heat energy and the air cannot hold them anymore. And it is the precipitation. These are the basic steps on how the water cycles on the Earth's surface.